Hello, everyone. Welcome back to pilot season. It's me, Brianna.
I'm Danielle.
And I'm Bobby.
And as your host, I will be hosting this series. This series is very near and dear to my heart, okay? So if you don't know what pilot season is, it's an analysis series of the pilot episodes of successful Black television shows, all right? Pilot season is a film term. Pilot season is a time in which the networks greenlight the pilot episode of pitch shows to be made. You know, it's usually like in the Februarys, the Marches, all that, and it comes out in the Septembers and everything. And all the shows we talk about here, they've been in greenlit and they left legacies behind. So we don't need to prove nothing today. We're just appreciating. Okay. So today, our third episode is The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So let's get into it because it's one of my favorite shows. Okay. So let's go into some of the introductory information. So the show was from 1990 to 1996, created by Andy and Susan Borowitz, developed by Will Smith, aka Willard, and Jeff Pollock. Okay, notable producer, Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones, he was in his television bag back then. Yeah. Okay, he was in a television bag, and it had a release date officially of September 10th, 1990. Trivia question. Yes, we do trivia on this show, and it's a surprise. So I don't tell them when the trivia comes. I just say trivia question, but today they're ready, so I hope you're ready too.
Yes.
First trivia question. Why did Will Smith agree to the show? This is multiple choice.
Oh, okay.
I was ready.
I was ready.
A, he knew it would boost his music career. B, he was in that good old debt. C, he's always wanted to be an actor. Been a passion of his. Or D, Quincy Jones convinced him to, because he's Quincy Jones. For the audience, I'm going to read that one more time. Let them think and marinate, and then we're going to be ready. So, why did Will Smith agree to the show? A, he knew it would boost his music career, which he did have. B, he was in that good old American debt. C, he always wanted to be an actor. Or D, Quincy Jones said, hey, you gonna do this show? And he said, okay. I don't have my little ringer today because I'm taking time, but ding, 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 ding. Okay, pencils down, Bobby head up. What are our answers? Please show the camera. What'd she say?
Quincy convinced him, and then he was also super broke, but I don't know if he was in debt though.
Got it. And Danielle, you put A. He wanted to boost that music career of the Fresh Prince production. Great. Well, we're starting off strong with no one getting the answer right. The answer is B. He was in debt.
Okay, that's all.
Okay,
wait a second.
No.
Wait a second. I could have sworn on his YouTube channel. Okay, yes, he said that he was riding the bus and then he went to a party and Quincy was there and they talked about it.
Yes, they was at a party. He auditioned at a party.
However, yeah, that's what he auditioned at the party.
According to resources of the interwebs, them taxes and debt is the reason why. How do we know this? He had to surrender 70% of his salary for the first 3 seasons of the show to settle his debts from his music career. So he ain't really had too many choices.
Damn, I should have gone with my first thought.
Should have gone with your first.
Because I knew
you gave another answer. I couldn't give it to you. I'm so sorry. I would have.
It's okay. It's fine.
You just said he was in debt.
I was wrong.
That is how he was introduced to the Fresh Prince. But the Fresh Prince is based off of another musician's life and like Quincy Jones' interpretation, from what I understand. So yes, it's Quincy Jones's production for the most part. He didn't completely create it, but they just auditioned him at a party. That's how he got interested. But he ultimately took the role because he had that money to pay back. And let's remember, there's 6 seasons of the Fresh Prince. He gave away 70% of his salary the first 3 seasons. So half of the time he was working, he didn't even get his full paycheck. So I would call that a good reason to say yes to a show.
Yeah.
That is so much debt. That stresses
Side
me
note,
out.
Look
But
into
anyway.
Steve Harvey's debt with the IRS.
Don't even want to
trust
know.
people. Don't trust. That's all I can say. All skin folk and can folk.
Ugh.
All right. Now we're going to go into the analysis part of the show, talk about the show and the pilot itself. So the premise is written by, well, I took it from a nice gentleman named Jeffrey Besoy, class of 2016 from Carleton College. And this was his like admission story. And in his admission story, he made a premise, conclusion, wrap up situation of what the Fresh Prince was. And I thought his was better than Wikipedia, so I chose it. So it follows then 20-year-old Will Smith, the teenage version of himself for television from a tough neighborhood in West Philadelphia, whose mother, fearing that her son's safety was at risk and his ability to grow in an Google Docs will do that for you. Underserved Black community sent him to live with his wealthy relatives, the Banks in Bel-Air, California. All right. So this was a video type multicam sitcom, family comedy drama, averaged around 21 to 23 minutes per episode. And it filmed in 3 different places during its time. So it filmed in 3 different, the first year was definitely Hollywood Studios, Hollywood, California, and then it filmed kind of around that area. So we have that. Out of Fresh Prince came the iconic theme song, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, performed by DJ Jazzy Jeff himself and the Fresh Prince. They actually were making music together and they had a production company together. So that music, that helped them get a little bit of money. Maybe that's where some of the money was coming out of, his residuals for the song. That's always helpful. So the pilot episode that came out September 10th is called The Fresh Prince Project. It is directed by the one and only Debbie Allen. Okay, yes, multifaceted, multi-talented Black woman. The pilot was written by Andy and Susan Borowitz as well. Okay, and let's hit another trivia question because I feel like it's time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like it's time. So, how many weeks is multiple choice? So don't write no number down. How many weeks did it take for the pilot to be written, completed, and filmed? A, 2 weeks. B, 3 weeks. C, 4 weeks. D, 5 weeks. I messed that up a little bit, so I'm gonna reread it. I gotta reread it again. I also did that when I was reading it out loud before, but C's get degrees. So how many weeks did it take for the pilot to be written, completed, and filmed? A, 2 weeks. B, 3 weeks. C, 4 weeks. D, 5 weeks.
Wait. Okay.
Okay, beep. Let me see those answers. So we have, we're focusing. We have a C, 4 weeks from Danielle, and we have a 2 weeks from Bobby. Okay, I see you did not put the letter, but I know what 2 weeks means.
Yeah.
Again, on a roll. No one's got this right yet.
Oh my
Was it
gosh.
me?
Yes, it was 3.
Damn.
It was 3 weeks.
I knew that low ball was a trick.
I scratched it out. I was like, she's not gonna do. See, this is the problem. I was like, she's not gonna do 2 B's in a row.
Oh, I thought about that. Yeah, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna accidentally do that, and then somebody try to catch on. They can't have that. But for the first 2, I was like, we can't have that. So
Right.
Sorry, it was 3 weeks. I believe they started filming in May of 1990, and then they ended, right before June, and then the show came out in September. So it was a very quick turnaround. The show lasted from, I believe, September to May of 1991. So they got a good run out of it. It kind of like picked up immediately, and not to say they didn't have their issues along the way. They definitely did, but we can talk about that later. So let's get into the characters. Okay, because the Fresh Prince is not the Fresh Prince without the characters.
Mhm.
So let's start with William Will Smith, not to be confused with Willard Will Smith. Okay, William. He came from Philadelphia, had that bright ass neon yellow and green striped shirt. And you know, he's living it up. He's with his family. He's going to school at Carleton. And that's about it. There wasn't too much. I mean, he was a good character, don't get me wrong. But you know, Will kind of was just coming with a blank slate. And he was like the black swan of the family, the black sheep, but we love him. We love us some Will Smith. Next, Philip Banks, okay, played by James Avery West. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
R.I.P.
Okay, he is one of our TV dads forever, and we will never forget him.
I'm sorry, Bobby.
I'm sorry.
Riley.
The only thing I could think about was J. Cole. Sorry.
Yeah. I thought
Well,
the same.
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Okay.
For
For
real.
real.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
it's
know,
very necessary.
is.
Yeah, he was an attorney, had himself a law firm with partners. He was more of the stand-up, stricter type of dad figure, you know, but he was a black man, and he reminded Will of that in the pilot. He was like, just so you remember, I am about that life. And you know what? I don't know nobody who disliked Uncle Phil. You know,
Real.
he's a
He's
very
real.
respectable character, and we love James Avery. Next up, we have Vivian Banks. Okay, a fun fact about our beloved Vivian Banks was that her name was actually supposed to be Wendy.
Okay.
Wendy Banks.
No.
Aunt Wendy would still work too, but
And
Aunt
then,
Viv
of
just...
course, a black woman came in and saved the day. And Debbie was like, actually, I want her to be named after my mom. And that's how she got her name Vivian.
Period. Come on, Debbie.
Debbie Allen was like,
Debbie Allen.
let's try Vivian.
Oh, shout out to
And
Vivian.
they were like, okay, cool. So that's what happened. Played by Janet Hubert and Daphne Maxwell Reed. So I guess that means bonus point, right? Let's see who has been listening to pop culture and going to see their movies. Let's make sure we clear this up for anyone who's not encountered a bonus point. Bonus points are optional. You don't have to take it.
Well,
If you
That's
take
different.
it, you get 2 points.
Oh, 2?
If you take it and win, yes, 2 points. But if you take it and you don't win, you get -1. So it's a gamble.
okay.
Do you want to go for +2 or -1? Because we do go to negatives in this show.
At this point, +2.
Okay. YOLO. How many seasons did the original Aunt Viv play? I'll repeat that for the listeners in the back. How many seasons, the official question, how many seasons did Janet Hubert play Aunt Viv? Got some thinking, got some considerations.
Ooh.
I see people writing.
I feel like that's not right.
And because you've both started to write, that was submission that you wanted to do this question. So you either get -1 or you get +2.
You
They
know,
could choose if they didn't want to do it, but they both were hype and ready. So I'm gonna take that as a
this is a go big or go home
As a
situation.
yes.
I'm a keep it.
all right. Are you guys ready? Please show me your answers.
Oh God.
That's the
All
only
right,
channel.
all right. Again. So I want to read out loud for the people who are listening. Bobby said 2 seasons. OMG, IDK ? And Danielle said 3 seasons. And what's that? Oh, just bonus. She just wrote bonus. Okay. Again, we're on a roll, and we actually have a winner and a loser this time. All right. Let's go back to our history. You guys don't know, but I know. We were supposed to film The Blackening, and we had to go see The Blackening. And that was a question in The Blackening. And the answer is indeed 3 seasons. So Danielle got 2 points. Yes.
Come
And
on.
Bobby, you got a
Yeah.
good old -1.
Oh, damn.
Good old -1.
That-
Split
That
exactly
was a
down
question
the
of the
middle.
blackening.
I forgot
Look,
that.
Janet played 3 seasons. Daphne played 3 seasons. They split it exactly down the middle. Now, I thought there was 4 seasons of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Turns out there wasn't. I also thought Janet Hubert played more of the seasons. Turns out that was incorrect.
Yeah.
Mm.
Some of those
Yeah.
questions are pretty tough.
You know, we can't. We 3rd episode in. Everything can't be easy. We're not playing that game.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting my host ability confidence, and we on a
Yeah.
roll.
It's the game show lover in you.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Do I?
And honestly, I'm living for this.
you know,
truly.
I did just watch Big Brother, so I did just watch
Okay.
the finale.
I'm gonna watch
the
it
season premiere.
tonight.
So you know, I'm in my Julie Chen Moonves bag
Yeah,
right
Julie.
now. Okay, because
Yeah.
she was like, I'm gonna say my last name because y'all playing with my husband. I said, oh wow, you know.
Really?
She said, that's my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him. I said, period. All right. Let's move on to our next character, just as iconic, Carlton Banks. Played by Alfonso, I don't want to say his name wrong, but I think it's Ribeiro, something of that nature. And a fun fact is that Alfonso created the Carlton dance himself. It was meant to be a funny dance, and it was inspired by Courtney Cox in the Bruce Springsteen's video Dancing in the Dark. So it was a cultural reference. He was known as an accomplished dancer and singer, like in, I think, theater of that nature anyway. So, you know, it just made sense. It made sense that he was like, yeah, it's not unusual, okay?
Not unusual to be
Right.
loved.
But we don't want to get copyrighted. So,
Right.
I couldn't
for those
help
who don't
myself.
know, Carlton goes to a very prestigious school, plays very prestigious sports, and he is the son of both Vivian and Philip, and he's the oldest boy now in the picture, because I believe in the show he's the middle child of the 3 of them.
Yes.
So he's older than Will, for reference. All right, Hillary Violet Banks, didn't know she had a middle name, but here we go. Love her.
Iconic.
I love a ditzy. I do.
Yeah.
I love someone who stands in their truth of ditziness. Played by Karen Parsons, iconic actress as well. She is the oldest of the 3, and she's just like, I'm here. I want my daddy's money, and what you gonna do about it?
She said
And
$300.
honestly, City Girl's up. She said, yeah. And
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, it's a mood. Now we also have Ashley Banks, who is played by Tatiana M. Ali, one of my favorite people. She's the youngest. She was a little itty witty baby, probably like, I don't know, I didn't look up her age when she started the show, but like definitely between the 10 and 14 age range. Like she was the youngest, and we watched her grow up on this show, so that was cute, that was cool. And she just kind of was doing self-discovery. You know, Will came in and was like, I'm gonna teach you how to not do what you've been doing. And it caused some ruffles, but she found her identity, and we love that. Another person we have finally, obviously we know there is another child that pops up named Nicky. His full name is Nicholas Andrew Nicky Banks, played by Ross Badgley. And we do know that he comes in later on, you know, and we watch to see him grow up. Just to throw him in there, he is a child of Vivian and Philip. But he wasn't an original main cast member to begin with. And then obviously Jazzy Jeff. We gotta throw Jazzy Jeff in there, played himself. I love that for him. Always had a crush on Hillary, and he was just down for the cause, you know? He was with the shenanigans, and we love one, because if they say what? If they shenan once, they gonna shenan again, okay?
Period.
And then we have our favorite, Jeffrey Butler.
Jeffrey.
Which, fun fact, last name is Butler. Don't know who came up with that, but
Oh my God.
we love it all the same, okay? Usually some of our first time seeing and hearing a British person in Black TV, most likely, unless you watch the BBC. Played by Joseph Marcel. Played by Joseph Marcel. So the pilot episode, quick synopsis, if you haven't seen it in a while, haven't watched it. Basically it picks up exactly where the theme song ends, which I think is one of the most iconic things about Fresh Prince, is that it picks up, he meets Jeffrey, or Will, if you don't know, meets Jeffrey, and he starts to meet the rest of the family. He comes in, staples Malcolm X to his wall, he meets all his cousins and things, has a little dance party with Ashley, makes his own outfits, and Philip is like, not in my house, and Vivian's like, let him live, he's a young man, right? Love that. And then we find out at the end that they both probably prejudged each other, Philip and Will, and that they both actually have more to them than meets the eye, which is, I think, a really good way to wrap it up. And of course, it ends with them making fun of Hillary. And, I feel like as a child, I didn't get that joke, but now I do. And I did a little tee-hee for it, okay? Because if you don't know, the final scene is her coming out the bathroom with a face mask on, and Will yells, "I knew it," because she was a white woman to him. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
clever writing, went over my head, but as an adult, I get it.
Yes.
So yeah, that started our iconic 6-season journey with them. And I have to ask you guys, what makes the Fresh Prince uniquely Black to you?
I feel like how many people came on the show that were guest stars, the people that you wouldn't suspect, like Debbie Allen directing the first episode, things that it just put Black people on to so many different roles, so many things, either within production or acting. And I love that. I think that was maybe the first time I saw Tyra act, I want to say.
That was her first acting debut. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So it's like things like that where it's like, people are doing new things, people are popping up, and it's like leading them to do bigger things in their career. That to me was uniquely Black. It was like a platform for bigger things for other actors. So yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Bobby?
Well, I know we had the Cosby Show that had like the well-off to do Black family, but you know what? It's not enough to just have one. So now we got another one. These rich ass Black people living in Bel-Air. I mean, we love to see it.
Yeah.
So I really like how it was another thing for a different generation to aspire to. Cosby Show had their own generation, and Fresh Prince has a new generation. And so I love the fact that they are well off financially. And Will comes in, kind of fish out of water, but at the end of the day, they're all family and they can still relate to each other because family and they're Black. So at a certain point, they're just gonna have to relate. So I think that, yeah. So for the audience, it kind of bridges the gap because between certain people that grew up in certain neighborhoods and vice versa, whatnot. So that's what I think makes it uniquely Black.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. I mean, I think why not have another Black rich family? Okay. They said the warm pool heater is broken. I said, oh, I wish I had that issue.
Okay.
Like I feel, I don't know if I would act the exact same way as Will, but it would be hard for me to turn off myself to play into their stuff. But, I loved it. I really loved it. I think it's a very unique and uniquely Black situation of sending your family to live with other family members. I feel like that happens a lot. And I feel like it happens for the reasons that his mom did it, which was to give him a better life and things of that nature. And it came with 6 seasons of tomfoolery and funny jokes. And, it was of the time, and I'm sure not every joke will hit, but it was a good show. I would watch. I mean, it's too iconic. It's too iconic to me. It captured the 90s in a viewpoint that I think us regular Blacks did not have. Because it was that all pearl, all white. Well, actually, I'm actually thinking of the second set, because if you watch the pilot in the first season, they live in a different house. I don't know when they changed the houses. I don't remember. But the white iconic house that you remember is not the original house they lived in.
Yeah, I did notice that because I remember they had like the carpet in this pilot was very detailed and the print was heavy. Second house
Yes.
didn't have that.
Yes, it was a
Mhm.
very not dark but moody
Mhm.
kind of like the joie like that.
Mhm.
And then I think because they made such a drastic change in the environment, literally all I remember is everything being white in the other house.
Yep.
Them having a backyard they would go to, them having the pool house, like that's the more iconic set that we remember versus this is like when they were just getting it together. Again, they filmed this whole thing in 3 weeks, so they had to do something. And they did that. Go off. Okay, trivia question. Time. We've talked
Okay.
about the characters in the pilot enough. We've all seen this great show. So let's get into the next question. This question is a multiple answer question. And whichever answers you get right, you get a point for.
Mm.
You won't get a point if you don't get the person right.
Okay.
Okay. Question. What 3 characters appeared in every episode?
Okay, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. This is a fill-in. This is a you tell me the answer and give me 3 characters you believe were in every single episode, and you will get a point for each character you have right. So for the people who are listening, again, the question is, what 3 characters appeared in every episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I'm gonna give you like 15 more seconds.
oh,
Because
15.
it's a lot
Oh,
of writing,
shoot.
you know.
Listen.
You're trying to write, you know, and I have a timer in front of me. I feel like that just makes sense. So I'm gonna cut off at 10 and we're done. Okay,
Yeah.
show me your answers. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to tally things. Okay, so oh wow, you all have the same answers.
Oh my
So
God.
the answers you all have is Will, Uncle Phil, and Jeffrey. Joffrey? Jeffrey.
Jaw?
Jeffrey.
All right, let me do some quick maths because we are doing things. So let me
Math.
just give me 2 seconds. Q. All right, Bobby, you have 1 point. You've
Okay.
gotten yourself out of the negatives.
Okay,
The
cool.
answers, yes. And Danielle, you have 4 points. Okay. The answers are Will Smith, Philip Banks, and Hillary Banks.
Oh, okay, Hillary. I was
Hillary.
never gonna get Hillary.
No.
Hillary. I figured at least one of the children might show up. I actually would have, this was my question to answer, I probably would have said Carlton. So
I was originally thinking Carlton too, but
yeah, I would have said Carlton, but it helped you out a little bit, you know, gave you a little something. So now we talked about the pilot. Let's get into the season wrap. This was an iconic show. 6 seasons from 1990 to 1996. A total win of 15 wins and 27 nominations. Let's also throw in the fun fact that The Fresh Prince was actually canceled season 3, and they got so much backlash that they brought it back for season 4. After season 4, they finished writing every season for it to be an ending of the show. And by the 6th season, they knew for sure that the show was going to end. So yeah, people were like, no, give me that back. And they brought it back. Probably hence the reason why they switched Aunt Viv's. That's my speculation. I actually have not watched or don't remember watching a documentary that just recently came out, but yeah, they actually were canceled and they brought them back because everyone loved it so much. The show's legacy. Let's go through the iconic things. The theme song. Okay, I've been to too many college functions where we just start singing that when the DJ put it on. Okay.
Yeah.
We love it. It's like we see it when we sing it. The colors, throwing them in and out the house, that's also iconic. Everybody getting thrown out the house. Fun fact as well, they shot Jazzy Jeff getting thrown out the house, I think like 6 to 8 times, but they only reused 1 to save budget. So every time you see Jazzy get thrown out the house, it's the same shot.
Okay.
You gotta love Hollywood.
I
Okay.
love it.
Let's talk the iconic Carlton dance.
Mhm.
Okay, everyone knows that. Kind of hard to do sometimes when you're thinking about it, but
Yeah.
we got to give them something. Okay, the wardrobes. Wasn't able to look in depth of who do the wardrobes, but honestly, killer
Hillary.
throughout
Hillary's
the entire
outfit?
season. Yeah, Hillary's, especially when they started to get to like when Nia Long and them were on there.
Mhm.
Cute 90s.
Mhm.
Could
Very.
never. All right. They gave us some iconic scenes like Janet Hubert / Vivian Banks dance scene that people recreate at least once a Halloween. Okay. And because she killed it, because she did that, because racism.
Yeah.
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 And then also, let's not forget Will Smith's notable breakdown he had where he went off script talking about his father leaving him. And then Avery, AKA Philip, realizing that he was going off script and knowing that that hug is a real hug he gave him because Will just started snapping.
Mm.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was an episode where Will's father left. And I believe he did have a monologue, but all of that, like, why'd you leave that? That was him just talking. Like he had like a therapy moment and just broke down. That's why when you see Phil hug him, he's so concerned because like this was not in the script.
Mm. It's
Iconic.
it's not even method acting. It's just,
It's the too close to
it's
home.
the real. Yeah. Mm.
It's the black.
Yeah.
It's the black boy hurting because his father won't stay.
Mm.
And that's a narrative that we don't see a lot being talked about. We see how they handle it, but not the emotions behind it. So we have to give it up for the iconicness of that. Let's also talk about the fact that it has a successful NBC Peacock original remake. I watch it. It's called Bel-Air.
Yeah.
It's great. Okay. It has Coco Jones,
Ah.
Jabari. I don't remember the young man who plays Carlton, but he's great. It has Cassandra in it. It has a different Philip Banks in it. Love him. Okay. And he's an alpha. They gave some alpha shout outs the first
my
season.
God. Of
It's-
course, he's an alpha.
It's a
Oh my
great, and I
God.
mean, the Hillary outfits don't stop. Okay. Coco be looking,
Coco looks good.
Oh,
I be
Coco's
like,
Hillary.
please
That's
good.
give me
nice.
the wardrobe. I was like, Coco, you make me want to dress better. Okay.
Okay.
Dang, I never watched Bel-Air, but I've heard
haven't
such
either.
good
So
things.
good. It's so good. And I don't know. I guess this is not a spoiler. I don't know if Carlton did that crack cocaine in the real show, but he does it in this one. And I believe a lot of the things from the show are from the other show, like from the original.
If I saw Carlton doing crack,
It was the coquiana. It was the pure.
feel like it would be like a huge plot point. Like,
I feel like I remember because they said that it tackled really heavy issues like racial identity, gambling, drug abuse. And I feel like I remember someone doing drugs on the show. I just can't remember who it is. And then once I found that fact out, I was like, oh, it's probably Carlton because he does it in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or he does it in Bel-Air on Peacock. But it's great. We love it. There's a different type of love interest. And we just see some of the best acting happen on that show. Did you look that up, Bobby?
it's Googling right now. Okay. Dealing with anxiety. He uses the drugs as a coping mechanism. However, he didn't use them today, though he's starting to feel like he should have, as he knew he was going to struggle, but he just wanted to make his dad proud.
Okay, that's a synopsis from one of the episodes of this past season. But did he do drugs in the original?
Okay. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, episode 19, season 3, Just Say Yo. Will learns a sobering lesson after Carlton pops pills from Will's locker.
Okay.
Damn.
So yeah, in the show, it's
it's Adderall.
Well, it's a different choice of drug for sure.
Because crack,
I mean, cocaine, I believe is an upper. I believe
Adderall. Yeah, it is. Adderall,
and
cocaine.
so is Adderall. So yeah, They just chose a different drug, but it is out the gate, and they really talk about certain plot points. But the show was created by Andy and Susan Borowitz anyway, so the same people who created the show before came and created it, including someone named TJ Brady. A fun fact about the show is that Jimmy Akingbola, who plays Jeffrey in the remake, actually played the son of the original Jeffrey in this movie called The Man with the Golden Gun in 2014. If you look them up, they look very much like they are father and son.
Ooh.
So it was just like, oh wow, like you kind of was made to be, because I believe Jimmy maybe like Jamaican or something. So he has a heavy accent as well. I think they changed his place of origin, but he's a great Jeffrey. And then was like, oh, he played his son. I see it. All right, trivia question. Get ready, wake up, because this one's gonna make you use your brain.
Oh no.
This one might be easier for people who watch the show live. We'll see.
But either way, live. We weren't alive.
But either way, if you watch the pilot, this still applies to the pilot.
Okay. We watched the pilot.
We did.
You did your homework.
I did.
How many verses does the original version of the Fresh Prince theme song have, aka the version that was played for every episode when it originally aired on television? That version is also the version that you can find on streaming services for the pilot only. After you watch the pilot, it goes back to the version that we know and love. But when you watch the pilot, it shows the original version that was played. So there's multiple choice, Danielle. It's multiple choice.
Okay.
Oh, are you?
It's multiple choice.
I'm thinking it in my head. I'm like, what?
It's multiple choice, and I'm saying that for a reason. Because it's obviously more than what you're gonna count anyway. So A, 5, B, 8, C, 7, D, 6.
Okay, can we define verse here?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Because there's like distinct sections of the song.
Okay, let's make an example. Let's give an example. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. That's one verse.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And the other example is I listen to the cabin.
Okay.
The Bel-Air. That's a verse.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So now that we have established examples, I'm gonna read this question again. How many verses does the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song have? AKA the version that played for every episode when it originally aired on television. So when it originally aired on television, how many verses did the theme song have? A, 5, B, 8, C, 7, D, 6. Are you done?
Yep.
Okay, let me see the answers. I'm sure y'all just completely guessed on this.
I
wouldn't
did.
Be surprised.
As you see, I crossed out my previous answer.
That's why I told you don't write no numbers down, because it's going to be more than what you think. So that's a 5 for Bobby. That's a 6 for Danielle. All right, Danielle, you have 5 points.
Oh
the answer is D, 6. The
Okay.
extra 2 verses come in when he's on the airplane and when his mother is actually packing his bags.
Airplane. Packing the bag.
The versions that we see now or that you sing when you're out has 4 verses.
What?
The version that's on television when he says, when she says, I'm sending with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air, then he's packing his bags in his room. That's a verse.
Yeah.
Immediately after that verse is the verse of him on the plane. When he's looking at the girl's boobs and all that, saying, oh, this is Bel-Air, I could be nice. Then the next verse is where we all start to remember him pulling up in the cab.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, fun fact, which I'm sure nobody knows, which is why this was not the correct answer. The original version of the song has 8 verses. I could not tell you what that is, but that's not what played on TV. The original version that played on TV only had 6 verses, but the ones that we see now, 4. That's why anytime that the DJ put that song on and they start going past that, everybody be like, because don't nobody know that. 'Cause when you
Yeah,
watch the remake,
they should
when
know
you-
better.
When
Don't
you
do
watch
that.
the reruns, you
Don't do
don't get
that.
that. So again, the answer is C. I mean, the answer is D, 6. The 2 verses come in between. I'm sending you with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air, and I whistle for a cabin when he came near. 2 verses fall in between those 2 verses. I told you this is gonna be a fair fight. This
Okay.
was gonna be a fair fight. I had to do a lot of research for that answer. And you know who gave me the answer? Reddit. And then I was able to confirm it. And I was like,
That-
you're right. You're absolutely right.
About right. Yes.
Mhm.
Sidebar, I think that we should bring back the art of the theme song.
I agree.
Personally.
You should.
Our attention spans are now too short. Bring them back.
Okay. Because all you gotta do is play the first like 2 notes of that theme song, and I'm gonna know exactly what it is.
That
like
one,
not even
Proud
2.
Family. It's another good one. But anyway,
That's so Raven.
Family matters.
Family,
I'm be like, oh,
Full House.
yeah, that too.
A different world.
A different world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So tally. Currently, Bobby, you have 1 point.
Let's
and
go.
Danielle, you have 5.
You know, I'm on
Obviously-
the board.
Obviously, I'm gonna have to do what I did last time. Bobby, I will have to give you some points
Yeah, to gamble.
to wager because
It's not looking
yeah.
good.
So let's get into our final thoughts about this. So guys, what's your personal feelings about the show? How do you feel about the Fresh Prince overall as a show, as a successful Black show that we all know and love in our household?
You know, the show just did it for me every time. This was one of the few Black shows that I've watched all the way through multiple times because it was always playing on Nick at Night, and I stayed on Nick at Night.
Very
That's the
much
only-
telling our age with that. Very
Yeah.
much telling
Yeah.
our age.
But you
Nick
know,
at
that's-
Night,
Okay, they had George Lopez, they had Home
Okay.
Improvement, they had
The
Fresh
Nanny.
Prince. The Nanny. No, I freaking love The Nanny.
I do
But-
love me some The Nanny. If she was Black, she would be on this show, but she's not.
She would be, but
But
Fran,
shout out to
love
Fran
you
Drescher.
anyway,
Shout out
girl.
to Fran.
Because
Fran.
you running that SAG strike.
You
sis.
are,
Sure
girl.
are.
You doing
Yes.
it. And I
Mm.
respect it.
Yes, that's my girl. But yeah, Fresh Prince, I was always watching that show. And I love it. They talked about like it was fun, but they also had their heavier episode. Like, did Will go to jail one time? I think he did. I mean, there's like
Think
some
so.
like hate crime or something that episode.
I think so.
Yeah. Watching Ashley grow up, the guest stars, like we love a good cameo. And I don't know. This show to me can do no wrong. It's part of the reason why I've been like a lifelong fan of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith as well. And now I'm a fan of their children, you know, so.
Fun fact, you actually
Yes.
just said something to me that a lot of my fun facts are in my head because I didn't write them down, but she actually auditioned to play Nia Long's role, but she just didn't get it because they said that they had no chemistry.
That is funny.
That is
hilarious.
ironic.
When did he get married? First?
3 years
The first
later.
time?
Oh,
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know.
Hold
I
on.
don't know when they got married, but I know they either got married or got together 3 years
No,
later.
I mean
but
to
think
his
it was
first
married.
wife. Okay, that's why he was married to his first wife, Cherie, in 1992 to 1995. That might have been why.
Got it.
Yeah.
Why they didn't have any chemistry because he wasn't like cheating. Love that for him.
Love that for
Yeah.
Um,
Because he had said something about like when he got married, he never wanted to get divorced, like period. So like the Cherie was it for him. But then he met Jada. Anyway.
Okay, yeah. So he probably got with Jada 3 years later after he broke up with Cherie. So
Yeah. Anyway, loved the show. White people loved it too, I guess, which is why it's so popular compared to like something like The Parkers or Moesha. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it was definitely more commercial. Something about it hit home for the masses, everybody, not just their target audience, I guess. I don't know who exactly, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that's it. I love the show and I'm really happy that we did it. I haven't seen the pilot episode in years. So this was fun. All the jokes still hit the same. And I was just like, oh my God, I love you guys so much. And the scene where he's dancing with Ashley, you know,
Iconic.
where he
Mhm.
sneaks up behind her. It still
Iconic,
hits.
another iconic scene.
It still hits. Ashley praying at the dinner table, but rapping, it hit. It did it for me.
I was like, that's absolutely something I would pull as a child. That's absolutely something I would pull as an adult. That would be me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it was great. Shout out to them.
It's just an iconic show. I think also I could be wrong, but I can't really think of a show that like was heavily focused like hip hop wise, as a sitcom that really kind of celebrated that in that day and age. So I think that was kind of like a first step where, you know, it wasn't, well, I'm not gonna say like looked down upon, because they had like, even in the pilot episode, Uncle Phil was like, why is he coming in here like this? Why is he talking like that? Blah blah. But you could see like you said, they were starting to learn about each other, accepting more things. So I think that was great, showing hip hop culture in a huge show like that. Like I said before, the people that came on the show, the people that worked on the show, it was a huge like ladder step for them. Yeah, it's just a good time. And like Bobby said, like also focusing on harder topics as well. That's important, especially for like a Black show. Like not everything could be like sunshine and rainbows. So I think it was a great platform for Black people in the 90s. Mhm.
Yes, I agree with everything you guys just said. For me, I feel like it just embodied the 90s, and it embodied those inside jokes that Black people make with each other. It showed the complexities of being Black no matter what class you're in. I think it really hit home. There's like this picture that always floats around Facebook, but it's like a picture of Minnie Mouse like being like eek and stuff with like rats rolling on the floor and like crawling on the floor. And it's very much giving like sometimes Black people in different classes forgetting that that person is still Black, rather than your class separating you. Like you're still a mouse, you're just a mouse with a shirt and a tie, like I feel like it hit on that. The music, great. The storylines, great. The jokes, great. The dancing, the breaking fourth wall, did that a lot. That was like the first time we really saw that for real in a sitcom with Black people, and that was iconic. His outfit, just his original outfit. I also like that they did something different, which I've never seen before, of the pilot picking up right where the theme song left. I feel like that's really, really good writing. And not only is it good writing, even shortened, the theme song does a really good job at making like the show make sense to someone who's watching it for the first time. Like, he's the main character. His mom was like, you getting in trouble, you going here, and this is about the mischief that he goes through during that. So I just love it. Some of the things I wrote down was funny and good writing. Like you said, Will Smith himself, iconic. At this point, can't see anything not without Will Smith in this show. Fun fact, every episode they make fun of his ears, and every episode someone makes fun of Carlton's height. I was like, wow, we love a consistent joke. Okay. If it don't stop, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right. It tackled really serious things. And like Bobby said, it's loved by all, like not just Black people. It fell into that margin of just being Black enough for us, but also being accepted or can cater to other people. I think it hit a really nice balance. It wasn't very propaganda-ish. It still very much feels like our show, but we know that when Fresh Prince comes on, when the theme song comes on out in public, we're not going to be the only one singing it. So I don't know. It has a really good reputation in and outside of its community. Hella guest stars. And speaking of guest stars, we're down to our final trivia question.
Oh,
so Bobby,
we were done.
we love Bobby, right? So much like we did with Danielle, I was hoping this would be a little bit closer, but what are you gonna do?
Got them all wrong.
What are you gonna do? Okay, I was like, today we're gonna put real questions in here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give Bobby 2 points, giving Bobby
Okay.
3 points to wager with and giving Danielle 5 points to wager with. So you still get your 5. You good in the lead, sis. So this last question, every last final trivia question is a numbers question, and whoever gets it closest and right, they get their wager, and if they don't, they get negative their wager.
Oh my God,
So
okay.
These number questions be
Last
whooping Bobby,
time,
bruh.
They have always
Bobby
whooped my
lost a
ass.
very solid all episode lead. So
That
let's
was so
see.
sad.
You can
Literally,
redeem
that was
yourself.
heartbreaking.
I'm gonna pray for you. Okay.
Thanks. Me too.
Okay, because that last time was a little astronomical. It was a little astronomical.
That was
So
crazy.
the final question is, just how many celebrity guest stars did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air have, according to Wikipedia? And I counted each name that Wikipedia listed. So yeah, the question is, how many celebrity guest stars did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air have? Now, let's just remember the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had 6 seasons. I don't have the amount of episodes, but they had 6 seasons from 1990 to 1996. So let's think about it. I also want to say that guest stars are not including people like Nia Long, because she was a main cast member at some point. So I would just kind of throw that out there. But guest stars is like they come, sometimes they come as they self, sometimes they come as their characters, like we saw with the Jeffersons. So let's just at least look, y'all got at least 2 people right there. So I'm gonna read the question one more time, and then we're gonna wrap this up. How many celebrity guest stars did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air have during its 6-season run? Not the new show, just the Fresh Prince. Bobby, you got like 5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
2, 1, pencils down. Everybody, pencils down. Audience, I can hear you. Pencils down. Please show me your boards. Okay, I got to look. Okay.
I show my
Wait,
work.
I got to hold
too.
on. I got to write these numbers down this time. What are you saying, Bobby? Are you saying, Bobby, are you saying 114 or the other numbers?
114.
Wait.
Okay.
Can you go to your math? I want to see.
Okay, so this was the first one, 25 episodes, 6 seasons, so 150 episodes. And I said, what if there's 19 episodes per season with a guest star?
So
And Danielle, you put 50, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what are y'all wagering on that? Let me
Oh, right.
shoot,
I'm
we didn't
sorry.
do our wagers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do for y'all then. Since
I-
no one put their wager down,
I completely forgot to do that.
I'm just gonna do the wager for you.
Oh.
So
Okay.
your wager is if I do the math right, Bobby, you have 3 points to fight for, right?
Yes, I would like to wager all of them.
All right, that wasn't really an option.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose the wager.
Okay.
But the way the math is mathing, I was just gonna do 3 anyway.
Okay, great.
I was just gonna do 3 for each person. I feel like that's fair. Do we agree?
Okay. Yeah.
Three on 3. Okay, so I'm gonna just put some tallies down here.
This is
And
crazy.
I'll be back. You guys have fun.
Okay.
Entertain the people.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Hi.
mute myself.
Oh shit. Okay. Hi, people.
So this
Well-
is our show now.
Yeah, we're taking over.
Taking over.
99 to the 2000s, as they would say. Oh, okay, she's
Oh,
back. That was really fast. Oh, she's gone. Okay. 99 to 2000. Yeah, I already know what it is.
2000s.
Yeah. Or the 90s and the 96s for the show.
How do you feel, Bobby, about your answer? 114?
I feel pretty good, only because earlier today I was scrolling through the list of episodes, and on Hulu in the description it has the guest stars for that episode. So I was looking through and I was clicking, and that's why I said like 19 per episode, because at least season 1 there was almost 1 for every single episode. So I said, you know what, F it.
Okay. Period.
You know, so
Period.
I'm a go big or go home kind of girl.
I know that's right. As you should. As you
So-
should.
I
I
feel
just
good
got the random
about
number.
it. And, you know, prepare for me to win.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. So we doing this
Yeah.
now. You know, Bobby,
Yeah.
let's look at the past. Okay.
Okay.
Let's reflect.
No, you know what we can't talk about is the Jeffersons. Because that one, I cannot ever stop thinking about it. I'm not gonna get over it.
Bobby, you lost it at the numbers question, which we are currently on.
I know, but you know what? I'm gonna win this time. I'm gonna come back.
Hey, girl.
Right.
Oh no.
A lot has happened. And a lot of
Okay.
conversation happening with y'all. So I just want to
Mhm.
remind the audience, each person is gonna wager 3 because Bobby just, that's all the points Bobby has. And
Yeah.
it'll make a difference.
Yeah.
It'll make somebody's difference, and they both agree to it. So Bobby said 114
Yes.
and Danielle said 50. And that
Mhm.
question was, how many celebrity guest stars did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air have?
Oh,
So
wait,
first-
celebrity guest.
Yeah.
You know, your
Yeah,
math
girl.
was whatever your math was. I was
I'm-
like, interesting that you
Oh
think a celebrity
my
guest star was in every
God.
episode, but
Celebrity.
I really
just-
love that for you. At least, Danielle, you heard me say celebrity, right? Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not tweaking.
Oh no.
So,
Oh,
I am going to tell you the number first.
Okay.
The number is 77. Now, there's a 10-point difference
Oh no.
between you guys.
Hold on. Let me.
And unfortunately,
No.
You
Me,
didn't
I
let me
know it.
say
I already know it. It's me. Damn it. I tried my best.
unfortunately, Bobby, you did fail this one again.
Oh my God. But I was really close.
Well, again, I just said there was 10-point difference. Danielle, your difference from the 50 was 27. And Bobby, your difference from the 50 was 37.
Yeah.
So that leaves Bobby with a strong 0 points.
Oh no.
And Danielle with her 3rd win in a row.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
which I just, with 8 points. And I just want to specify, I gave Bobby the same leg up Danielle got last episode.
Same one.
So,
Yeah.
and Danielle was in the lead this time. Bobby was losing. I gave Bobby the same help Danielle got the last time when Bobby was in the lead. So I don't want to hear anything about this being unfair, Bobby, because I tried to give you something. And you said, I wagered all of them. I said, well,
So confident. So
Yeah.
well.
I was wondering what I looked at the math and I was like,
When
but
she first said,
celebrity?
when she said, I was like, why would, because you also have to remember some of these people were not stars
Mhm.
at this time.
Right.
Some of these people were not stars.
Like undiscovered.
Exactly. But now they are. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's just like a guess, like the mailman just happens to be like Common or something. I don't know.
Like I said, the full answer, you were right in thinking that. I believe the seasonal like base answer when the show came out was 40. But yes, during this time of like life, it's had 77 guest stars in total, like throughout the whole show, whether you knew them in 1990 or did not. They are considered a guest star in the eyes of Wikipedia 2021, and I do too. So unfortunately,
Well,
Danielle, you are really, really doing what needs to be done for this.
Thank you.
Quiz. Bobby,
you.
I put the prayer in.
you win
I
some,
put
you
that
lose
prayer in.
some.
But you know what? That's what happens when
Well-
y'all try to take over for the 99 or the 2000s on my show.
Oh my gosh, that's like the whole point.
I said I was putting myself on me, not y'all.
You said to entertain the folks.
And we are. Like,
Yeah.
Remember that. Remember that.
What do you mean? What does she mean, Bobby?
Remember that.
I have no idea.
Anywho, this has been another episode of pilot season of a very entertaining show. I want to remind everyone who is listening that there is a singular prize at the end of this. By the end of my season, whoever has the most wins, which Bobby, you need to have a 3-to-1 compact.
How many episodes do we have left?
I don't know.
Oh
But
God.
we're in August. We're in August.
August.
Yes. So please, you have to win something.
Okay, wait. We have at least like 4. So
Or tie it up or do something. Whoever
Yeah.
wins gets to basically choose what is the last show or the last movie that we review for season 2 of The Box Office, our original series here on Hot Comes and Pop.
and I have a good one.
They get to choose it amongst
That's too bad.
whatever we say. We don't get a choice, we have to review it. Bobby, I'm gonna really need you to win because I already know what Danielle wants to do, and I'm just
What are you doing? What do you want to
What I
do?
want to do? You don't know.
This has been another episode of Pilot
Oh my
Season.
God.
This has been another episode of Pilot Season. I've been Brianna.
I'm Danielle.
I'm Bobby.
And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please share this on Apple Podcasts. Share this whatever you can. Listen to wherever you can. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. What's your rating on these shows so far? Are you 0 for 1? Are you 0 for 2, 0 for 3? What's going on for you? Is this your first time listening? And if so, thank you so much. Go to our Instagram and follow us because it's popping over there. All right, guys. I think we've been out for a little bit longer than we were supposed to. I think the street lights are on, and I think we're about to get our ass whooped. So I'm gonna go and sneak in, and y'all have a good time with life.
Get over for the 99 and 2000s. That's what we gonna
Yeah, period.
How can I mute them?
Um,
do.
Bye.
Bye.